Get ready. This is 100 words per minute. Start. I would like to thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to explain the stand of the government on the subject of education. Within the very little time at my disposal, I will try to answer some of the points that have been raised on the subject. Education plays an important role in the life of every person. It is not something that one gets in the school or college. I hope you will agree with me when I say that it is much wider in character. In the government, we are of the firm opinion that education does not mean refining of one's own skills. It is something much more than that. It is essentially the process of deepening the spirit. We are in a secular society. It does not mean that in our country there should be no religion. It only means that everyone will have the right to practice his own religion. There is no doubt that one should have certain amount of moral and spiritual education. But we must always remember that the foundation of education should be a high level of nationalism. I would like to state that during the last few years, the Department of Education has been engaged in a very important task. As you are aware, the task is to evolve a pattern of national education. Now we have been able to draw up a complete picture of what national education should be at all levels. It has certainly taken a considerable amount of time in evolving this pattern. We are in a democratic society, and in this society, we have to respect the views and sentiments of others also. We have therefore adopted the method of discussion. It is quite easy in other types of society to dictate a pattern. We are in a democratic society and we cannot follow that method. The number of remarks that have been made with regard to education are based mostly on a misleading of the facts. The first charge that has been leveled against the government is with regard to physical education. Many people have made very strong remarks on the government. It has been said that the government has no policy in this respect. The money allocated for the purpose has been spent without any direction. I would like to state that we in the government have been carrying on the work according to certain definite policy. The government has the definite policy and also program for the development of physical education. In giving grants for physical education, it is the policy of the government to see that the institutions must have taken up certain amount of field work. The government is giving grants only to those institutions which have gone to the grassroots level and carrying on the work. Secondly, in order to receive grants from the government, the institutions must have an all India character. These are the two main considerations which the government has in view in giving grants for physical education. With regard to the sports also, we are giving grants only after scrutinizing the complete details in each case. The government have recently appointed an All India Council for Sports to examine the proposals received from time to time for grants. In this connection, I would like to make the policy of the government clear. It is the policy of the government to encourage the indigenous games and sports. We are at present collecting information about all the centers that are engaged in this task. I would like to say a few words about the development of technical education also. One of the important points that has been mentioned here is that the funds and resources of the government that are being placed at the disposal of the institutes are too meager to do justice to the task they have taken up. It is true that if we have more funds, we can give better education. However, I am happy to state that the achievements that we have already made in this field are by no means insignificant. I have a large number of facts to show the progress that we have made. Dear sir, it is indeed a matter of pleasure for me to go through the article on Indian industry published in the columns of your daily on the 1st of February. Even after 4 decades of achieving our independence, it is very unfortunate that we did not make rapid progress in the industrialization of our country, while the smaller countries which attained freedom only a few years ago find a prominent place in the industrial map of the world. Though our country is rich in natural resources, we could not make much progress in the industrial sector. We have still been exporting the raw material found naturally in our country to other parts of the world as we did during the foreign rule. If we could set up industries to utilize that raw material, we can provide employment to millions of young men and women in our country. From the very beginning, India is considered to be an agricultural country, as majority of the people depend on agriculture from their day-to-day existence. The people living in the rural areas have no productive work to do during the other time. Those people would really be happy if village and cottage industries are set up utilizing the agricultural produce available locally, in addition to providing employment to the rural people. I feel that this will also help in arresting the migration of people from rural areas to the urban in search of employment. The author of the article has dealt with all these aspects in such a manner that everyone who goes through the same cannot remain without appreciating it. I also congratulate you for publishing such an excellent article for the benefit of your readers. Looking forward to find many such useful articles in future. Yours faithfully,